It is annoying having to be aligned with people on the right, considering I'm ultra progressive. Um, I'm actually pretty. I'm probably more progressive than actual progressive in many areas. However, the problem is I'm conservative in a few key areas. One of the big ones is the progression of civilization. That's a big one for me. One of the things that pisses me off about people on the right is I understand they need their Christian values and stuff like that, but like it's like they love the advancement of technology, but then they don't want it to advance anymore. They wanted us to just like keep it what it is now, or maybe go backwards. I think that's what they want. They want to go backwards, but it's like we should have communities where we build that world. Like you can live in that world again. You can live in the 40s. You can live in the 50s. You can live in the 90s. We can build these in reality. Like little city, whatever. Um, 90s feel. Maybe it's very populated. Everyone wants to be there, and you can visit in these places. Like for me, it's like more like being in the digital realm, doing these things in the digital realm instead of in like reality. Um, that's cool that Elon is creating what he's creating. This is what I've been complaining about because I'm seeing like advancement of technology on the internet, but I'm not seeing it in reality. Why don't we have self-driving cars? Like, why isn't transportation safe? Because it's not safe. Go drive out there and you'll see how bad people are at driving. They're getting worse. I have to be. It's a good thing I'm a defensive driver, man. Like that's all I have to say is I'm a highly defensive driver. People say I drive like a grandpa, uh, but the reason why I drive like a grandpa, like honestly, this is why. It's because I'm not just sitting here looking at the tail lights right in front of me, tailgating somebody. And I can't think of anything else but this: the tail lights, the tail lights, the tail. Dude, I wish I was that type of man. I wish I just like sat here and just thought about one thing, like I was completely one dimensional and like, oh, fishing and hunting and fixing my car, and that's it. There's nothing else I'm interested in. I'm not interested in philosophy. I'm not interested in like getting into the depths of religion. Not just like, oh, some pastor saying some line out of the Bible. Like I want to get into the depth. I want to get more into aliens and the supernatural and understanding like what is this? Is this a simulation, man? Like is this reality? We are like there why can't there it's just like we're put out here like in the boonies, man, in the boonies, way out here, and nobody else around. It's not like there's another planet, like if Mars is closer and there's like another intelligent species, and there could be a more advanced species of human-like people here already. We just don't know it. They could be in Antarctica, like I don't know, in the oceans. Who the heck knows? Um, the government says there's some type of flying objects. I mean, I've seen them myself. I mean, I didn't see it up close or nothing like that, but I definitely seen something going at the speed of light. Pretty much the speed of light, pretty damn close to it anyway. It was covering the ground pretty damn fast. And for things to be like light years away, man, that's pretty far. Like 4 light years away. Like we'll never we'll never be able to reach that in my lifetime or whatever. It would probably be a hassle to come all the way out here Like, for what? Why are we here? What is the purpose of this? Are we all just one collective consciousness, and when we pass away, we just kind of like it's unveiled. We can like see everybody's lives, how they live their lives, how like this was what I was talking about. The digital reality is like you can sit here and go, if you're connected, like if the brain chips get so advanced where like they can read all your memories, and then like AI can like take the fragments of the memories and just make them whole, and then you can just like go back. You can like literally go back into your life and relive moments and see what will happen. Like you can like fast forward it. You can like, it's like The Sims. You can sit here and like go back and then make some changes, and then like you can fast forward a little bit and observe it and see like, am I doing what I wanted to do? Like, get to work, do this one thing. I want to see what will happen. I want to see what will happen if like uh, if I was born in a good environment, a good environment for me to succeed in every single facet. Like everything is just like 100% perfect, loving environment, like emotionally um, perfect. Don't have to worry about like. Of course, there's suffering, but I mean, like you don't have to worry about um, missing food. Like everything's taken care of. Um, it's like equal balance of like learning through mistakes, and but like you're taught so much. Like there's so much information given us right now. So the conservatives and the like they just want to keep things the way they are. They don't want to progress. Like, oh, I like having like, okay, you like driving. I hate like driving is the most boring thing to me. If I was like on a racetrack or something, that'd be cool, you know. Like go-karting, that's fun, dude. Like doom bugs or whatever. But like driving in the city, people actually like to drive in cities. It's such a pain. I hate. Like I live in a town with like 30 or like 20 or 30,000 people, man. It gets super condensed and busy on like, and it wasn't just in this. Like I lived in the city of St. Joe in Missouri, and I had like the same type of setup. Like I had like 75,000 people there, right? And they're they have like a main strip with like all the fast food and a lot of the major, like what it is. It's like what is that called? Like Old Town or Downtown. Downtown is like old downtown, like you have. It's more like walking. You can walk more. Um, that's what we need to go back to. Because cars just doesn't. They don't work, and the roads are good. I like the idea of no parking lots. I like the idea of restoration of buildings instead of like expanding. Like you see these eyesores that they're not being used or whatever. Well, we can refabricate, tear it down, build something. Like why do we keep expanding when we don't have to? Yeah, like these cities need to be restored. Obviously, like something needs to be done about the crime is such a huge problem in these cities, but it's a lot of it's because of poverty, man. Like poverty and fighting for resources. It's like life or death in these places, man. And they're like third world type of places. Like I don't want to go to. You hear a big city name and it's like you go to the wrong place. Like yeah, like downtown's cool. Okay, like Detroit. Well, Detroit is cool. When it comes to like downtown, I think they've done a pretty good job rebuilding like the stadiums and stuff like that. And like there's some cool buildings down there, you know, and it shouldn't have to be like cool city, and then like on the outer side it's just like complete poverty, and then outside of that is here's the like um middle class and upper class or whatever compared to like the poverty. Like that's how a lot of these cities are. um it's just stupid. It's just stupid the way that they're ran. So like Elon came out with self-driving cars yesterday. um he came out with the robovan and the cab, robo cab, that's supposed to be out in like 2017, 2027, I mean. And uh robo he came out with the Optimus. Like he was just kind of like unveiling what it was, is like an unveiling of what's to come. That's what it was. um the big thing is the regulations of the self-driving cars that are unsupervised. So like, yeah, you can get a car and it can drive itself or whatever, but you have to watch it. You can't just sit here and just like what I want to do. Like I want to be on my phone. I don't want to, like I want to wherever I gotta go, I want everything to come to me too. Like I don't want to go grocery shopping. I don't want to do any of that. I want everything just to like show up. And if I'm in the process of like having to do that, if I'm like having to catch a um use one of these buses, maybe because, well, you can have Optimus like do it for you though. Like you're gonna have Optimus just deliver stuff to you. That's why Elon says like we're gonna go into age of abundance, and that's what we should do. Like we want everyone to have abundant resources. Like, of course you don't want to just waste it. Like you're sitting here in a video game and you're just like you're taking bites out of, like you're in Candyland or whatever. You're like, oh, here's a big sucker, and you just take a bite out of it, and you're just like, oh, take a bite out of that. And it's like, no, like you can't just waste resources, man. You can't just like be degenerate. Like you gotta have some type of order and some type of civility. Like you want things to look nice. You don't want things to look like bad. You want things to look cool. Like there's some like graffiti artists that are really cool. Like I don't like seeing just like random words that people put. I don't know what they are, just like their gang tags or whatever. But like some of these murals that these graffiti people do are really really cool. And like, why can't like they be like, instead of doing things illegally, you see them on the trains. Like these people are artists, man. Like why can't we like find an outlet that they can just go like we can make a beautiful urban city with like graffiti all over everything. And if you don't want to go there, you don't have to go there. You know what I mean? Everything can just be covered with graffiti. Everything. You can make a whole city where you can just write over wherever you want. Just write wherever you want. Like, but that shouldn't be all cities. Like it shouldn't just be uniformed. And that's where culture comes in. Like some people want to live like that. Some people want to see, let people just write whatever, and that's cool. All over the buildings or whatever. And in some places, people just want to see the buildings. Like they don't want to see like just people marking up like cathedrals and stuff like that. Like they want the artwork that was put there in the first place to be shown. But like the problem with the conservatives is like they don't want to progress in technology. They're like afraid of it. And I think they're afraid of it because it's going to disprove their beliefs, and um that's what scares them. Because people are going away from religion, and I look at the Bible and I'm like, there's a lot of things I just like. I'm sitting there listening to the Old Testament. I've listened to it like 3 times this year. And man, it's so depressing. It's so depressing listening to that. What God's just like genociding his people. Like, you created us, dude. Like, you know the future. You know, like, okay, we have free will, but you know what we're gonna do. Like, how do I have free will then? If you already know what I'm gonna do, if you know, if you're all knowing, then why? Why? The whole thing with like Noah's Ark, like why would you need two of, like, you already created everything the first time? Why wouldn't you just, were you just lazy? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we all came from incest. No, we didn't all come from incest. Give me a break, man. We all have like different DNA and stuff like that. Like, things are done. We all came from incest, and we've we've only been on this earth for 5,000 years. Give me a break. Give me a break, man. Seriously. Like, there's more that has happened in our history, and I'm not saying like the Bible. There might not be, like, it's not true. There's not truth to it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that there's more. It just feels edited. It feels like it's a limited, you know, um, like a quick put together book, or like a book that could be used for somebody to control people. That's what it seems like. That's what it feels like. The big thing is always protecting Israel. That's like the big one. And like, what about Iraq? You know, talk about origins, man. Iraq has a Babylon. Like, that was like supposed to be like the first city, Babylon. Like, what about Iraq? Don't protect that. Uh, just kind of weird to me, Just kind of, and I'm not saying like the stories didn't happen at all. I'm just saying, like, I think that there's more that happened than was being told. Um, and you have the disciples. They're having their writings, like, I don't know, years after like Jesus died. They didn't immediately start writing about everything. Some of them, I think, I forgot which one it was, but like they started, like, I don't know, 20 years. They started writing the Gospels. So it's it's like, I'm not saying like Jesus never existed. He probably did exist, man. Like, and he probably did have like superpowers. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What's weird is like, what's weird is like, okay, the Jews still don't believe that. Like, they're not Christian. Uh, the not Masonic Jews or whatever they're called. I'm talking about just like the regular Judaism. Like, they don't believe that Jesus is the savior. So they've been getting sent to hell. These people are like God's chosen people, but they've been getting sent to hell for like the last 2,000 years. So that's another thing that's kind of weird. Like, God just been sending his people to hell for like 2,000 years. It's just kind of weird. Nobody's thought to themselves like, and, see, Christians were horrible back in the day, but like, everybody was horrible. Okay, it was a very hard time. very like resources were hard to come by. People, and disease. Life was hard. Life was extremely hard. You were always working, man. You were always working, sun up to sun down. You're fighting to survive. Um, but like Christians would burn people alive, man. They burn people at the stake because they thought that they were witches. Um, or like Socrates. This was in Greece, obviously. Like he was put to death by poison. Obviously, this was before Jesus, but he was accused of influencing or toxifying the brains of the youth by questioning their beliefs and their traditions. Like if you went against God, like if I was to sit here and question things back in the 1700s, like colonial times when we like first got here, and I started questioning God and everything like that, like I would be like shunned from my community. I would be completely shunned. You can't question nothing. And a lot of people like back then, they were illiterate, man. They couldn't read, they couldn't write. Uh, um so so it's like they had to go with whatever they were told from the priest. Like they trusted their priest. They trusted the priest. They trusted the pastor big time. Um, and that pastor knew he held a lot of weight. Like they were highly influential. The church has always been highly influential in many civilizations. They've held a lot of power. So what I'm trying to say is we're evolving in some type of way. In some aspects it's bad. I think that we've been through a huge social experiment when it comes to social media. I think that um, what it does is it not everybody should have access to so many people. Not everybody should be famous. A lot of people can't handle it. I don't even know, like, honestly, if I ever did pop off, I don't even know if I could handle it, man. I don't know how Elon handles it. Just like, you have to be so conscious of every single little thing you say or whatever you do. And there's so much scrutiny put on you. So even if I was like, I had some type of fame, which like, okay, honestly, at this point, I know I'm talking about myself, but who cares? This video's long. Even if I did have fame, I don't know if I want to sustain it. I feel like I'm probably best served as like a producer. Like the whole thing I wanted to do with gaining fame is bring other people up. I mean, I wanted to build a community. I wanted to bring people up. Like, come up, man. Come up. Come up with me. Come on, man. That's get you up. So you have a ton of resources and you don't have to worry about it, and you can just be creative, and that's have the world show your creativity. And that is where we're going. And I don't want to work these fucking jobs anymore. I don't want to do a service job we can have robots do everything. That's what that we can have. That's what these robots are becoming out. They're gonna keep getting more sophisticated. And if you want to go do manual labor and lift boxes or dig ditches, then go do it. Go do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn how to fix a car. I never wanted to learn how to fix a car. I always knew this was coming. I always knew that the combustion engine wasn't going to last long. And it is needed. It is needed in certain situations. No doubt about it. But in these cities, we need to start revamping these cities to be more environmentally friendly. And these companies who have all these profits, these people with all this money who keep buying up all this property, they need to start fixing up these cities, or we need to start coming for their assets and taking their assets, because they're not doing anything to fix up the cities. Like, they're not investing in anything. All they're doing is being parasites and just taking from us. They're just continuously taking more wealth for themselves. If you're like, a lot of rich people I don't like. Elon I like because, like, he lives like a modest life from what I hear now. Like, he doesn't need a huge mansion. You know what I mean? I don't even think that he likes the fame. He might, he might like the attention, but, like, I think that he wants to bring other people up, man. That's what he wants to do. Like, he wants to create. He wants to get to Mars. Like, he wants to do what it takes to Mars. Like, I guarantee you, if we didn't have the threat of free speech being taken from us, Elon would probably not be on X right now. Like, I see him propping up people. I see him bringing people up. That's cool. That's cool. If Elon retweets you, like, that's cool. Like, that's a huge thing. This dude has like 200 million people following him. So, not sure if a lot of them are bots or whatever, but oh, listen to this too. Like, I mean, you can already buy followers, I guess. I haven't done it. I've never bought a single follower. I've never done it. Anybody following me is completely organic. I never bought a single follower, so that's why it's been hard for me to succeed. Like, my whole thing. Okay, for me, my whole thing was like, I actually retired from music. I retired from music. I used to I figure I didn't need it no more. I figure, like, I would never do it again, and I didn't really care. I never just had just like one passion, man. I've had so many different interests. Like, I can't just. It's just that's why it's been hard for me just to be like great at one thing or succeed. I think in life is because I have so many different interests and I just get distracted. I can't just focus on one thing with my ADHD. I have to have I have to have different things going on. I get bored. So I can't just do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Um so, so like, if right now, if Elon was like there was something else that could get us to the moon right now, like, he would be focusing on that. I think that he wants a good future for us. I think he wants an abundant future. We're way more better when, oh, what are you gonna do? Like, make music, make videos, make jokes, come up with stories, create worlds. What are we going to do? As far as I know, AI can't do anything. AI can't just make its own music. Damn, my battery's almost dead. AI can't just make its own music. AI just can't make its own videos. Who creates it? Yeah, can AI create some of the most awesome music out here? Some of the most awesome videos? Yeah, it's going to be able to. Um, that's coming. But like, you need us with our creativity when it comes to like humor, storytelling. Like, we have to put the prompts in to generate something cool. We're the input. We're the input of creativity. And that's just more information for AI to absorb. Like, dang, man, that's humans are pretty interesting. They've done a lot of cool things, and we're going to continue to do a lot of cool things. And then guess what? Instead of wasting our time doing monotonous jobs, which nobody wants to do, people actually like doing their job. People actually like working. They don't have any other interests or hobbies. They don't have any other type of creativity. Like they only know one thing. Like these entrepreneurs, or they like telling people what to do. Like these people are screwed. Like entrepreneurs, like you're not gonna exist. We're gonna have so much resources that, like, the whole idea of our financial system is like we don't need it. We're not gonna need it. Like it'll be like how how you are, how you treat people. That'll be our currency, and people don't like that. I don't know what to tell you, because like we need to live in a civilized society. So if you're out here mugging people, um, killing people, uh, you know, whatever heinous act I can't say to underage people, like you're doing disgusting acts. I'm sorry, man. Or you're out here producing other humans who are productive members of society, who are highly intelligent, highly creative. They're not trying to hurt any other people. They want to help mankind. Like, yeah, those people should probably be free. And people who are trying to harm people should probably be away from those people. I don't know what else to say. Um, and we have a lot of humans on this earth, and we need to start creating cities to have people who want to be in a civilized society, and they want to contribute to civilizing, instead of like, oh, just me, just me, just me, just focus on me. Like, yeah, you can do stuff for just you for sure, but uh, y there's other ways. The digital realm is a good way, but like, it doesn't make any sense to like just to go to work and just like, oh, like, dude, things are so different than they were back in the day. Um, I wish I could talk longer, but my battery's dead, and uh, I'll have to make another video. I'm making journals, and I haven't really kept up with the last few days, honestly. Like, I don't really. It's more so for when I start working a second job, because I'm not gonna. I don't make as many videos, but I'm definitely like not gonna make as many videos at all when I work two jobs. I won't have any time for any type of creative aspects or energy for it. So like, this is, even though it's just me talking, rambling, complaining, talking about different things, it still has creative energy in it, and I still need to have like, I still want to have the desire to make videos, and That's why I make these videos, because I still have desire, and it's not even like before. I wanted to have some like clout and stuff like that and fame, but now it's kind of like I really, I really kind of accept where I'm at, and um, I look at other people like Nietzsche and Tesla, and they live like really humble, meager lives as well, and just because like things aren't, any of my work isn't like being taken serious or even really being viewed that much in my lifetime, possibly in the future it could be like, you know be like exposed, like you never know, like in a civilization in like 100 years, I just get, you know well, who the heck is this guy, like what is he talking about, how does he know some of this stuff before it happens? Is he a psychic? No, I'm not a psychic. I can't tell the future. I just read patterns, and I just, you know, I I put things together with my own creativity when it comes to like um knowledge, the things that I know. So anyway, um when I talk about like being able to go back and to go into to be able to make a movie, you could be in the movie, you could be any of the characters. You can be a third person. You can be like old school. Watch it how you can watch it from any angle. You can. There's not going to be any cameraman or anything like that, but you can see like the whole paradigm of the movie and that scene, the whole scene, and you can like circle like a 360 instant replay, like on a video, like a football video game. Like you can sit there, control the camera, you can get close, far away, you can see the whole landscape. In a movie, like it's gonna be, you're gonna be able to interact more, even if like you're just sitting here watching a movie. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be able to like check this out, see, oh, I'm gonna go in this house and see what it's like in here. Like, what's it like over here? You're gonna check out like the the uh the set, like do some exploring, and not just exploring by yourself, but like you might have somebody that comes in, like you're a friend, and you guys like go explore and be a part of the movie, and then like um change the story. You become like the main character. You become a new character. Like, I'm gonna come in and see what happens if, like, if this type of character comes in at this type of at this scene, and then we'll see how it plays out. It's a different like we're gonna create so many different simulations. I gotta go.